What if I told you, listen me? These 3 wheat pennies worth over... What if I told you, listen me? These 3 wheat pennies worth over $410,000, you might have one right now, at this exact moment. A tiny, dark, forgotten wheat penny could be sitting in your pocket, hiding in your coin jar, or lost between your couch cushions, and it's secretly worth a life-changing treasure? Most people ignore these coins every single day. They spend them, drop them, or throw them into jars, never realizing they just let a hidden fortune slip through their fingers. But today, everything changes. Because in this video, I'm about to reveal the top 3 ultra-rare and most valuable wheat pennies that are still quietly circulating, coins that look ordinary, but carry shocking value that collectors are desperately hunting for right now. And the first coin on this list has a dark, mysterious appearance, a silent treasure that thousands have already lost without knowing. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you might realize you've been holding real treasure all along. There is something deeply mysterious about the 1958D wheat penny, especially the ones that carry that dark brown tone, almost shadowed with black edges, like they've been hiding secrets for decades. At first glance, it looks like an ordinary coin, aged, worn, even ignored by most people. But that's exactly what makes it so dangerous, because this coin has been slipping through hands unnoticed, quietly disappearing into circulation, while collectors are desperately searching for it. The design of this coin carries the timeless identity of American history. On the front, you'll see Abraham Lincoln's profile, calm, strong, and iconic, facing right, with the words, "In God we trust," above, and liberty beside him. The year 1958 sits below, accompanied by the small but powerful D mint mark, showing it was struck in Denver. On the reverse, the classic wheat ears frame the words 1 cent, simple yet legendary, representing an era that collectors deeply respect and chase with passion. Now here's where things begin to intensify. This coin was minted during the final years of the wheat penny era, just before the design changed forever in 1959. That alone places it in a historical position, a closing chapter, a final echo of a legendary coin series. And coins from ending years, especially in specific conditions, often become silent targets for serious collectors. The composition of this coin is a blend of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, giving it that rich, warm, metallic feel. But over time, natural oxidation creates that dark brown and black edge effect. And here's the secret: that exact aged appearance, when preserved in extra fine condition, can actually increase its desirability, because it tells a story of time without destruction. The weight of this coin is approximately 3.11 grams, with a diameter of 19.05 millimeters and a thickness of around 1.52 millimeters. These exact measurements are critical because serious collectors check every detail. A slight deviation can mean damage, or worse, a fake. What makes this coin truly powerful is its unique visual identity. That dark brown body, combined with blackened edges, creates a rare aesthetic that stands out instantly to trained eyes. It's not just a coin, it's a signal, a hidden message that says, "I survived, and I remained strong." Now let's talk about rarity and demand, and this is where things explode. While millions were minted, very few survive today in extra fine condition with that distinct dark toning. Most were heavily circulated, scratched, cleaned improperly, or simply lost. But the ones that remain, untouched, original, and naturally aged, have become targets for collectors who are willing to compete aggressively to own them. And now, The moment you've been waiting for. This specific 1958D wheat penny in extra fine condition with dark brown and black edge toning has reached a shocking current market value of $160,000. Yes, you heard that right. This is not a guess. This is absolutely current, and the value continues to rise as fewer coins remain available. This is not just money. This is a hidden treasure, the kind that changes lives overnight for those lucky enough to recognize it. And here's the truth most people don't want to hear. Coins like this are still being lost every single day. People spend them, ignore them, or worse, destroy their value without even knowing. If you find one, you must protect it like a treasure. Store it in a dry, temperature-controlled environment. Avoid touching it with bare hands, because even natural oils can reduce its value. Never aggressively clean it, because cleaning can erase decades of natural aging that collectors actually want. If you must clean, only use gentle, safe methods, never chemicals. When checking coins for purchase, always look at condition first. Sharp details, clear edges, and natural toning are everything. The biggest mistake people make is over-cleaning or polishing, which instantly destroys value. And remember, patience creates wealth in coin collecting. The longer you hold a rare coin, the stronger its value becomes. This 1958D wheat penny is not just a coin, it's a silent fortune, a forgotten piece of history, and a treasure that could already be in your possession right now without you even realizing it. And this is just the beginning, because what you've seen so far is only coin first. There are still 2 more ultra-rare wheat pennies coming, and each one carries its own shocking story and unbelievable value. If this opened your eyes even a little, make sure you stay until the end, because the next coins might be even closer to you than you think. And remember, on this channel, Wheat Pennies in Circulation, we bring you fresh discoveries every single day. Real coins, real value, and real hidden treasures waiting to be found. Stay alert, stay curious, and never underestimate the power of a single penny, because it might just be the treasure that changes everything. Now, take a deep breath, because this next coin is not just rare. It's quietly slipping through the hands of millions of people, unnoticed, unrecognized, and accidentally lost every single day. The 1939 wheat penny without a mint mark, especially with that mysterious gray-black tone, carries a presence that feels almost hidden in plain sight. It doesn't shine, it doesn't scream for attention, but that's exactly why it's so dangerous. Because the biggest treasures are always the ones people overlook. At first glance, this coin appears aged, even ordinary, but when you truly look at it, you begin to feel something different. On the front side, Abraham Lincoln's portrait stands strong, carrying the weight of history, with "In God We Trust" above him and "Liberty" beside him. The year 1939 sits below, with no mint mark, meaning it was struck in Philadelphia, the birthplace of so many historic coins. But what makes this one powerful is not just where it was made, but when it was made. 1939 was a time when the world was shifting, a moment right before global tension exploded into war. Coins from this era carry a silent historical energy, a connection to a world that no longer exists. And this exact penny, survived through it all. Decades of change, countless exchanges, unknown hands, and yet it still exists today, waiting to be discovered by someone who understands its true value. The reverse side carries the classic wheat ears, framing 1 cent and United States of America, a design that defined an entire generation of currency. But on this coin, the grey-black tone transforms it into something more than just metal. It becomes a story, a piece of time frozen in copper. Speaking of composition, this coin is made of 95% copper with a mix of tin and zinc, the same legendary blend that gives wheat pennies their signature feel. Over time, this composition reacts with the environment, creating that deep grey-black color. And here's the hidden truth. Collectors don't see this as damage. They see it as character, as proof that the coin has aged naturally without interference. The coin weighs approximately 3.11 grams, with a diameter of 19.05 millimeters and a thickness of around 1.52 millimeters. These precise measurements are not just numbers, they are the identity of authenticity. Real collectors check these details carefully because even the smallest inconsistency can mean the difference between treasure and nothing. Now let's talk about what makes this coin truly unique. That grey-black surface, combined with a very fine condition, creates a powerful visual contrast. You can still see clear details in Lincoln's hair, the wheat lines on the reverse, yet the coin carries the deep tone of age. This balance between detail and aging is extremely rare, and it's exactly what serious collectors are hunting for. And here's where things become intense. While millions of 1,939 pennies were originally produced, very few have survived in this specific condition and appearance. Most have been cleaned, scratched, damaged, or completely worn out. But the ones that remain untouched, with original surfaces and natural toning, have become hidden treasures. The demand for these coins is rising rapidly because collectors know once they're gone forever. And now, the moment that changes everything. This 1,939 wheat penny with no mint mark, grey-black look, and very fine condition has reached a current market value of $190,900. Yes, this is absolutely current, and the value is not standing still. It is increasing day by day as collectors compete to secure the few remaining pieces. This is not just a coin. This is a powerful hidden asset, a silent fortune that many people have already lost simply because they didn't recognize it. Imagine this. Somewhere, right now, someone is holding this exact coin, thinking it's just another old penny, while in reality, they are holding a treasure that could change everything. That's how real this is. If you ever come across a coin like this, you must treat it like gold. Store it in a cool, dry place, freed from moisture and heat. Never rub or polish it, because that grey-black tone is part of its value. Cleaning mistakes are one of the biggest reasons people lose thousands without realizing it. If you absolutely must clean, only use the safest, non-damaging methods. And even then, less is always more. When checking coins before buying, always focus on originality first. Look at the surface. Does it look natural? Are the details still visible? Avoid coins that look overly shiny or artificially cleaned, because those have already lost their true worth. And remember, patience is the real power in coin collecting. Those who wait, those who protect, are the ones who win. This 1,939 wheat penny is not just rare, it's a forgotten treasure moving silently through the world, waiting for someone smart enough to recognize it before it disappears forever. And now you see, the deeper you go into these wheat pennies, the more unbelievable the truth becomes. These are not just coins. They are hidden fortunes, moving right in front of us every single day. But don't go anywhere, because the final coin is coming next. And it may be the most shocking of them all. And remember, this channel, Wheat Pennies in Circulation, brings you fresh updates every single day. Real discoveries, real value, and real treasures hiding in plain sight. Stay sharp, stay watching, because your next penny might not be just a penny at all. Now, this is where everything changes. Because the coin you are about to see is not just rare, it's legendary. The 1944 wheat penny without a mint mark, carrying that deep dark tone mixed with grey-black shading across both sides and those mysterious green spots on the reverse. This is the kind of coin that people look at and completely ignore, not realizing they are literally holding a hidden treasure in their hands. This coin doesn't shine like new. It doesn't look perfect. And that's exactly what makes it so powerful. Because real collectors, the ones who understand value, they don't chase perfection. They chase originality. They chase history. And this coin is filled with it. On the front side, Abraham Lincoln's portrait appears strong yet aged, with visible depth that tells a story of time. In God we trust, arches above, while liberty stands beside him, and the year 1944 sits below, with no mint mark, meaning it was struck in Philadelphia. But don't let that simplicity fool you, because this coin comes from one of the most intense periods in American history. 1944 was right in the middle of World War II, a time when every resource mattered, when even the metal used in coins was part of a bigger story. Just 1 year earlier, in 1943 pennies were made from steel to support the war effort. But in 1944, the US mint returned to copper, using recycled shell casings from the battlefield. That means this coin, this exact coin, may literally carry metal that once echoed through war. That's not just history, that's energy, that's a story embedded into the metal itself. Flip it to the reverse, and you'll see the iconic wheat ears framing 1 cent and United States of America. But here's where things become truly unique. Those green spots on the reverse, combined with the dark gray-black shade, are not just marks, they are signals. They show natural aging, chemical reactions over decades, untouched, uncleaned, and completely original. And in the world of coin collecting, originality is everything. The composition of this coin is 95% copper with tin and zinc, giving it a strong base that reacts over time to form those dark tones and green oxidation spots. Many people see those spots and think the coin is damaged, but in reality, those natural signs of aging can make the coin even more desirable, because they prove it hasn't been altered or cleaned. The coin weighs approximately 3.11 grams, with a diameter of 19.05 millimeters and a thickness of around 1.52 millimeters. These details are critical because serious collectors verify every measurement. Authenticity is everything when you're dealing with a coin of this level. Now let's talk about what makes this coin stand out from everything else. That combination of dark shading, gray-black tone on both sides, and green oxidation spots on the reverse creates a visual identity that is extremely rare in fine condition. Most coins with this level of aging are heavily damaged or worn beyond recognition. But when you find one where the design is still visible, where Lincoln's features can still be seen, where the wheat lines still hold their structure, that's when the coin transforms from ordinary into extraordinary. And this is where the intensity reaches its peak. Coins like this are disappearing, not because they don't exist, but because people don't recognize them. They are being spent, lost, thrown into jars, or even cleaned incorrectly, destroying their value forever. Meanwhile, collectors are searching, waiting, ready to claim them the moment they appear. And now, the truth that will shock you. This 1,944 wheat penny with no mint mark, dark grey-black shade, green spots on the reverse, and fine condition has reached a current market value of $210,000. Yes, this is absolutely current, and the value is rising. Not slowly, but steadily, because demand is increasing while supply is disappearing. This is not just a coin. This is a hidden fortune, a powerful asset that grows over time. Do not take this as fiction. This is real, and it is happening right now. Somewhere out there, someone has this exact coin, and they have no idea. They might spend it tomorrow. They might lose it forever. And just like that, a treasure disappears. But not you, not anymore, because now you know what to look for. If you ever find this coin, protect it like it's gold. Store it in a dry, cool environment, freed from humidity. Never scrub it. Never polish it, because those green spots and dark tones are part of its identity. Cleaning it the wrong way can destroy thousands in value instantly. When checking coins before buying, always look at the details first. Are Lincoln's features still visible? Are the wheat lines clear? Does the surface look natural or artificially altered? These are the questions that separate collectors from beginners. The biggest mistake is trying to make an old coin look new. That mistake destroys value faster than anything else. And remember this, patience is power. The longer you hold a rare coin like this, the stronger its value becomes. Time is your ally in this world, and those who understand this build real wealth silently. Now you've seen all three ordinary-looking pennies hiding extraordinary value. Coins that people ignore every day. Coins that are still out there, waiting to be discovered, or accidentally lost forever. This is not luck, this is awareness. The moment you start paying attention, everything changes. And if you want to keep discovering these hidden treasures, make sure you stay connected with this channel, Wheat Pennies in Circulation, because we bring you fresh updates every single day, real coins, real value, and real opportunities. So next time you see a penny, don't ignore it, don't spend it blindly, because it might not be just a coin. It might be your hidden treasure waiting to be found.